Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ma'am. First of all, we would like to introduce ourselves. Together with my groupmates, John Lloyd Bernat, Jonibel Sakao, Evelyn Perquez, John Lloyd Lachehan, and Alphonse Dumayo.
For question number 1, list down the weekly allowance or budget. So our weekly allowance is around 100 to 200 pesos. So each week we get around 100 to 200 pesos. That pretty much all we have to spend, which means we can just buy whatever we want, right? Basically, that amount is our limit, and it shows us that money is scarce. We don't have an endless supply.
Question number 2. Identify the 3 things you usually spend on. Top 3 decide spending items. So first as bus fare for transportation. Second as internet connection for communications, study, and entertainment. And last is food like snack and meals. If we could, we'd spend our money on 3 main things: bus fare to get around, internet for the school, and stay in touch, and of course, food, snack and meals. These are things we usually have in our mind when we get our allowance, but the problem is these things can up quickly.
Question number 3. If your money is not enough, which one will you prioritize? Why? Okay, so sometimes our allowance just is not enough to cover everything. When that happens, we have to make some cruise choice. We usually end up prioritizing that bus fare and the internet. We see so that and most important because we need to get to school and stay connected for outside students, so we have to make sure we have enough for those even if it means cutting back on something else.
Question number 4. What is the opportunity cost of organization? Now, here's where the opportunity cost thing comes in. Because we choose what's scarce and internet. What we're really giving up is the food we could have bought. Think about it. Instead of buying those snacks or that nice meal, we're using the money for transport and internet. So the opportunity cost is basically the satisfaction or energy we miss out on from not having that food.
For question number 5, how scarcity helps future financial decisions. Understanding scarcity leads to better financial decisions by promoting budgeting, learning to manage limited funds, prioritizing needs, distinguishing between essentials and wants, encouraging savings, setting aside money for future goals, avoiding debt, making choices that prevent unnecessary borrowing, and lastly, making informed choices, thoughtfully weighing options before spending. But honestly, understanding that we have limited money and that we need to make these choices actually help us in the long run. It teaches us to budget, think about what we really need versus what we just really want, and even encourage us to save a bit for the future. It also helps us avoid getting into debt and makes us think more carefully before we spend our money. So in the end, dealing with scarcity is teaching us how to be smarter with our finances. Ultimately, scarcity isn't just a concept. It's about the choices we make every day in our homes, our communities, and for our future. Thank you.